everyone, it's me, Julia O'Connell. I'm coming on here. I just want to explain to you a few things that I've seen in the ex-Scientology community. I know there's a lot of people criticizing Jenna for the video that she did about why she will not be doing any collaboration with Leah Remini. Leah Remini has made some really nasty statements to some of the ex-Scientology community who have been doing the good work fighting the Church of Scientology and all the abuses. Mike Rinder had a responsibility to tell the ex-Scientology community about the look-back window that Child USA was constructing. Not only did he not do that, but he stood by and did not say anything to anyone in the ex-Scientology community. This is a problem because many of the ex-Scientology children who are speaking the truth, which is true for them, have been victims of SA. Not only did Mike Rinder lie about not knowing what had happened with Danny Masterson, he even covered it up. The cover-up went straight to the top. Mike Rinder himself, while he was in Scientology, he had a direct line to David Miscavige, Jenna's uncle. David Miscavige is the leader for Scientology, which is a human trafficking cult. Not only did they cover up Child SA in Scientology, they made sure to move the abuser far away from any legal proceedings, legal jurisdiction. Matt Pesh even stated in one of his videos they had a slush fund in order to move people who were convicted of Child SA across the country. Not only have the Scientology executives covered up crimes within Scientology, but they have not spoken their truth about what has gone on within Scientology, like the cover-up of Child SA, or the credit card fraud, or the RICO violations. Scientology as a whole is a horrible, horrible human organization. The Scientology people that are still in, they believe they are saving the planet, which they are absolutely not. But I absolutely agree why Jenna is upset with Leah Remini. Leah Remini basically said, if you have a problem with Mike Rinder, then you have a problem with me. This is a true statement. Leah Remini also told many of the ex-Scientologists who are speaking the truth, which is true for them, to fuck off. Mike Rinder has covered up a lot of things, and he could have explained what he was involved with and made some closure for the victims before he had passed away. Sadly, he has passed away from cancer. But also, Jenna Miscavige said she was there with Ben Rinder when they were told that family time was no longer an option for them within Scientology, and she was 4 years old at the time. Jenna Miscavige did not have a family life with her family from the age of 2 and on up. She left at the age of 22. Not only is David Miscavige the leader of Scientology, but he knows about all the abuses within Scientology. David Miscavige is an high-level Scientologist. who has treated many, many people horribly. Mike Rinder answered to David Miscavige. Mark and Claire Headley have not even spoken out about the abuses of children within Scientology. All they want to talk about is Tom Cruise and their escape story. They also want to make money off the backs of other ex-Scientologists, like Mary Chittiwok Brown, Mike Brown's mother. Chrissy Carnell Bixler is one of Danny Masterson's victims. Not only is she a victim in Scientology, but she's a victim of Danny forcibly raping her, essaying her. Leah Remini said some very awful remarks to the Danny Masterson victims that she was no longer going to be supporting them because they had questions about Mike Rinder and what Mike Rinder knew. Mike Rinder absolutely knew the abuses of Scientology and what happened with Danny Masterson and how Scientology tried to cover it up. Jane Doe 1, she was forced to disconnect from her mother because she spoke out about Danny Masterson at the Danny Masterson trial. She was not allowed to have any contact with her mother. Scientology forces disconnection with any family member and especially the family members who are declared a suppressive person. Mike Rinder knew about this look-back window that Child USA was trying to pass in California. Sadly, the look-back window ended in 2021. Did he say anything to any of the Scientologists? No. The ex-Scientology community that was victims of SA and was on Leah Remini in the aftermath. He did not once state that. So people are legitimately angry because he covered up all this stuff. He said his most proud moment was getting that look-back window done. He talked about the Mormon Church. He talked about other religions, but he did not talk one bit about Scientology cases in his blog. This is why a lot of the ex-Scientology community has a real true question why the executives keep covering up the crimes of Scientology when they get out. And only want to focus on like Tom Cruise or other things. Tom Cruise is not hot news. Tom Cruise is a scumbag. Tom Cruise benefits off the Sea Org members' backs who fix up his house, who fix up his hangars for his airplanes. Scientology is a human trafficking cult, and Scientology needs to lose its tax-exempt status. And the only way to move forward is to actually talk about the abuses which have happened within Scientology. If you like my content, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please leave comments. I am open to comments. But what I do not like is bullying. And Leah Remini has aligned herself with people who have bullied a lot of the ex-Scientology members who are speaking the truth about what has happened to them. She even told Serge Delmar she did not have a dog in the fight about children SA in Scientology. I just feel like this stuff needs to be addressed. James LaBarber, he was a well-known actor within Scientology. He essayed children, and it was covered up. And Mike Rinder knew about it. But yet he did not go to the FBI and talk to them about it. The documents that he handed over to the FBI, they were destroyed after 2 years because the statutes of limitation had run out and nobody had explained the documents to the FBI. Because the documents were filled with Scientology-ese. I speak the truth, and I speak the truth about what I've seen in the ex-Scientology community. Either you're with their Aftermath Foundation or you're not. I believe that both foundations have done good work, but I don't ever tell anyone to stop following the Aftermath or to stop following SPTV Foundation. I've never done that. I've made a choice to disconnect from toxic channels. And I've seen a lot of toxic channels attacking one another and being harmful. One of the ex-Scientology stalkers or critics, she was arrested for cyberbullying in her state, which is in North Carolina. Jamie Thomas was arrested, and it's a proven fact. It's been well documented all over YouTube. I don't need to show receipts because I know where I've seen the receipts. And when you're a victim in Scientology, you're not allowed to go to the police because it's considered a high crime. You could be kicked out of the church. You could be forced to disconnect from your family and your friends. Jenna has a high moral ethic, and I agree with people who have a good high moral ethic. I don't condone violence, and I do not wish anyone to harm another human being. But Jenna is correct. This is why she's not working with Leah Remini. Leah Remini, in her show, you could clearly state, when Mike Rinder said OSA, them, they, she said, that was you, Mike Rinder. That was you. And it was awkward moments. I remember watching that show. And I was so excited finally somebody's speaking out about Scientology. But they also did it in general nature. They didn't do it to show the crimes that have happened in Scientology. Everyone's experience in Scientology is different. But what is true for them is true for them. And when they're speaking their truth, people shouldn't question it. Jenna Miscavige is a force to be reckoned with. I support her 100%. I also support Liz Gale. I support Kelly Copter. I support Marilyn Honig. I support Susie Overholt. I support Natalie Webster. I support people who are kind and caring and have a kind and caring chat. I can tell you there's many ex-Scientologists that are speaking their truths. And yes, I do follow some of them, but I have not followed Nora in a really long time. I don't support her channel. I haven't for a long time because she has targeted some of the people that are speaking the best truth. She supported DOA attacking Jenna, Serge, and Aaron at that LAPD commissioned meeting. I don't support DOA, nor do I support ZDT or any of these bullies that have targeted the ex-Scientology community. I don't support the fake SPTV Foundation channel. I don't support leaving Scientology because he's putting up lies about Aaron Smith Levin. And I'm going to talk about what I've seen in the community, and which is my truth. I've seen a division. After Aaron was forced out of the Aftermath Foundation, there has been a clear division. I don't support people who attack one another. And John Atack and Mike Rinder not talking about the real abuses within Scientology. This was wrong. I mean, Mike Rinder totally abused Miriam Francis. Miriam Francis, who was on Leah Remini in the Aftermath show. He basically lied and said she didn't know she was a victim. She absolutely knew she was a victim. And there was also an affidavit on the show that could have been used to help her case in LA. Sadly, her case in LA resulted in the statutes of limitation running out. Do you think Mike Rinder told Miriam Francis about the look back window? No, he did not tell her. This is why people who are speaking out about the Scientology organization are speaking the truth that is true for them. Scientology is a human trafficking cult. They have committed RICO violations. They have committed SA. They have committed other crimes against the outside world too as well. Not only on the video that Aaron showed, that Sea Org member actually hurt his foot while he was protesting the Church of Scientology, trying to get justice for Flavio's parents, who have not spoken to their son in 10 years. This is the forced disconnection policy I'm talking about. Not only does Flavio have a health condition, but Scientology is trying to cover that up too. Scientology does not believe in getting psychiatric care or health care that people need. Not only is Scientology trying to infiltrate veterans groups with their Commission on Human Rights, but they're violating people's right to choose if they want to have help with psychiatric care. They also claim that the psychiatric industry and the counseling industry is similar to the Holocaust. This is furthest from the truth. Many of the asylums that were ran poorly have been shut down. They have been no longer in existence. They no longer do lobotomies. They no longer do stuff that is considered abusive. Scientology abuses families, children, adults. They abuse the elderly. When they see that a Sea Org member is no longer holding their weight, they ship them off to these boarding facilities that are run by other Scientologists, locking them out from the outside world so they can't get the health care that they need. Jenna Miscavige speaks the truth, and I support her 100% in the fight against the abuses of children within Scientology. Because there are many children being trafficked from state to state, country to country. Serge Del Mar was trafficked from Mexico into Scientology in the LA scene, and then shipped over to Clearwater, Florida to be an auditor. The abuses of Scientology are long, and yes, Leah Remini did good work with her show, Leah Remini in the Aftermath, but she also doesn't want to get involved with the abuses of children in Scientology. This is why many people are very frustrated. Not only has she blocked Jenna Miscavige, she has also blocked many others who have spoken their truth, like Mima's life. and others. She's blocked Streets LA, Jessica Palmadessa, the people who are truly doing good work. They also have TikTok channels that blew up. They had over 3 million followers on Jessica Palmadessa's channel when her channel was shut down. Hopefully she gets her channel back up. Because Jessica Palmadessa and Streets LA have been doing good work trying to stop the recruitment in LA at the test center. I also support Dan Walks LA. I support Mindy Willens. I support many others that were doing the good work. But there has been a division since Aaron Smith Levin was forced out of the Aftermath Foundation. A foundation which he ran with Luis Garcia. Let's be clear on that. Luis Garcia and him created the Aftermath Foundation. It wasn't Mike Rinder's foundation. Mike Rinder has done some shady stuff behind the scenes. He called anyone who is watching on the replay cruise keyboard warriors. We are not keyboard warriors, nor are we dogs and fleas, and no, we are not flying monkeys. Because we support the SPTV Foundation. There have been many trolls that have attacked ex-Scientology members, and also the people that support them. I don't support them either. They are horrible human beings that have nothing better to do but sit behind a keyboard and attack one another. I'm speaking my truth because I know Scientology is a human trafficking cult. Just like there are other cults in this country. There's people that believe in vampires, and there's a vampire cult in New York. There's the Zidian cult. They were vegans. The leader of the Zidian cult was just arrested because their cult is linked to 6 deaths. Scientology absolutely caused the death of Lisa McPherson. And by the time she got to the hospital, it was too late for her. Same with Whitney Mills. I will never forget Whitney Mills. She was a beautiful real estate agent, and she was truly having a mental breakdown, and Scientology refused to get her the help that she needed. This is why I don't support Scientology. I don't support RFK either, for stating that people shouldn't be able to seek mental health treatment. Just be kind and caring. Do the things that you love. Support the people you love. Treat people with kindness, because you never know what they're going through. They might be having a bad day. But at the same time, covering up crimes is not okay. The high-level executives need to be accountable for the crimes that they have committed within Scientology. Thank you and have a great night. Enjoy your time with your family and friends. Have fun. Do what you need to do to get through life. Support things that you want to support. Just do the things that you love. I do other things. Like today I went to the beach and did some shelling. I support people who do that. So it's a form of therapy for me to get through everything I've been through. And I do support all victims of SA because what they have gone through is horrific and nobody should have to go through that. Thank you and have a great night.